Hey there, First Christian Church family of Greensburg. As I sit here in our Holy Grounds area that normally on a Sunday is full of people who are talking and laughing and even chowing down on some good treats, I am reminded that these are strange times like we've never experienced before. And I know so many in our church family have been affected by this COVID-19 pandemic. Some of you probably have had it, or maybe a family member has had it, and to watch you from a distance battle this awful virus has been tough. And we just want you to know that we love you and we're praying for you. Others have been affected by things like layoffs and financial burdens. And all of us have definitely been forced to find a new normal. As a church leadership, the elders and the staff have been working hard to make sure that we are shepherding the flock the best we can during this time. We've also been praying, like James teaches us, we've been praying for wisdom, and it's our priority to keep our church family safe, especially the most vulnerable who are among us. And I want to take a few minutes to share with you today what the plan is to get back to meeting in our church building for worship services, and even what it will look like as we phase into a new normal over the course of a few months. Before I share the what, let me share the why. Let me share the heart behind it all. I know during this time there are a lot of different views on this pandemic, and even when and how churches should open our doors. And please know that we are doing our own research while also listening to Governor Holcomb's 5-phase plan. Each church is honestly unique based on congregational size, based on programs offered, worship space, and how hard your county has been hit. And while we realize that we can operate outside of the state plan, through prayer, we feel it is wise and also honors our governing authorities to follow these guidelines. One of my favorite things about our church family is the feeling of unity that you get here every single Sunday. And I just want to encourage each of us to unify together during this chaotic time as we seek to shine for Jesus in this world. So here's the plan. Let me just say that this is subject to change, and if it does, we will continue to communicate with you like we've done all throughout this process. So with the size of our church family, we feel it's best to come in on phase 4 of the governor's plan when it's recommended that you have no more than 250 people together. That means that we'll continue with our radio and online worship services only through June the 7th. And then starting the next weekend, June 13th and 14th, we'll hold 4 worship services in the Family Life Center gym since it allows us more space to better social distance. Starting the weekend of June 13th and 14th and running through the rest of June, we'll have a 7 o'clock Saturday evening contemporary service, and we'll have 3 Sunday morning services, 8 o'clock traditional, and then contemporary services at 10 o'clock and 12 o'clock. Please know that we will be taking quite a few precautions to keep you healthy, and everything will be cleaned and wiped down before, between, and after services. If you prefer not to attend in person at that time, we understand completely, and we will continue to offer online services during that time. Our services will be for the whole family, as our family ministry will not be available in the month of June. We will also not have Sunday school, Bible studies, and small groups meeting in our buildings during June. To put it simply, guys, we are pretty much just doing these worship services in the month of June, starting the weekend of June 13th and 14th. And we'll communicate through email a more detailed plan for you to see in the next few days. And then within the next few weeks, we'll share a plan of exactly what a worship service will look like during this time with the precautions that we're going to be taking. We also want you to know that if you prefer to wear a mask and gloves when we do come back together, that is completely fine, but it is optional. While this is the plan for June, we will continue each month phasing back more and more into our new normal with the hope that come September 13th, we'll be at full capacity in our ministries. Thank you for taking the time today to listen. And let me just remind you that your safety means a lot to your leadership, and we appreciate so many of you that are continuing to send in your tithes and your offerings through online giving at fccgreensburg.com, or even through the mail at 425 North Broadway Street in Greensburg. You know, guys, it really does help us to continue to fulfill our mission to love God, love people, and make disciples. If you have any questions whatsoever, or maybe you're not currently receiving emails or the one calls that we send out and you would like to, you can call the church office Monday through Friday between 8 and 4 at 812-663-8488. Or you can email info@fccgreensburg.com. That's info@fccgreensburg.com. We want you to know that we love you guys and we can't wait to be back in person. But in the meantime, be safe and keep shining for Jesus.